Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. Today I thought to myself, how could I come up with the best video that's going to be able to impact the most people, that everybody's going to be able to understand exactly how much value is actually here inside of crypto? And so today I'm going to be going through and sharing with you guys a very important video. This is a video I spent a lot of time towards making charts and actually going through and finding comparisons of prior cycles and how cryptocurrency is following these same cycles identically. This is going to set up all crypto investors for a huge financial opportunity and life-changing wealth. I cannot explain to you guys how much cryptocurrency has changed my personal life, which is exactly why I make this channel. I want to be able to give back to all of the amazing people inside of this community, and I know that through cryptocurrency investing and through investing in the smart projects, you guys are going to do the exact same thing that I have done for myself and what I have been able to do for my family as well. This is one of the biggest opportunities we've ever had in the last 100 years. There's never been markets this explosive where you can make this amount of financial opportunity. It just doesn't exist. Never before have you been able to invest $100 and turn that $100 into $100,000. And hearing that seems ridiculous, but coming from somebody like me that has been here for the last cycles, I've met people personally that have turned $300 into a fortune of over $300,000 over the course of a few months. This is not just a lie, and this is why I'm trying to get as many people on board with this as I can. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys all of my analysis that's going to perfectly explain why crypto is the investment of the lifetime, why you guys are setting yourselves up to make a financial fortune, and how these cycles look compared to previous cycles that did make people fortunes. If you're new and just finding this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. Make sure that you guys click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos like the one provided for you here. Remember guys, I also have a very thriving and up and coming Discord with over 5,000 members. We're actually getting super close to 6,000, so this thing is blowing up. I've got a lot of amazing people inside of this community. So if you guys want to join, all you got to do is click in the description of this video, and there you're going to find the invitation link. It's totally free for anybody that wants to join. However, on my Discord, I do offer some of my more exclusive content, like the video course and signals. The video course right now is an excellent opportunity for you guys that are actually wanting to learn how to trade in these markets, how to do the technical analysis, how to execute the trades on exchanges. All of this information is going to be in the video course. This is an excellent resource that I've compiled based off of all of my years of experience inside of the crypto markets. All of the knowledge that I've learned from paying for courses and hiring mentors, I teach to you guys here inside of this 20-part video series. Now, the signals are an excellent opportunity for you guys to copy all of the trades that I'm taking over the course of this next cycle. You guys will be able to copy my long-term portfolio, what I've allocated to what, and then you'll also know exactly when that changes and when I'm actually going to be taking profits. I also post some of my more short-term, mid-term, and all of my long-term stuff is in the Discord, so it's really just a good opportunity for you guys to copy all of the ways in which I profit inside of this market. So if you guys want to access that, all you got to do is join in the Discord server by clicking in the description. Once you guys have access, all you have to do is message me and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. With all that being said, guys, we've got a lot of really exciting charts today. I don't want to waste any more time, so without further ado, let's jump right into this amazing analysis today. Alrighty guys, here we are taking a look at the Bitcoin block reward halving countdown. We are now 7 days away from this Bitcoin halving, which is going to be a major catalyst. We're going to keep watching this clock every single day that I upload so that we can know exactly when the halving actually takes place, because this has been a major catalyst inside of Bitcoin's price. We all know exactly what happens every single halving in crypto. Now, the way that this video is going to work, I'm going to go through and basically show you guys all of the reasons why you should be investing into crypto, why crypto is the best long-term investment right now, and why it's also the best short-term investment. Guys, I cannot stress enough that what we are seeing right now inside of the crypto markets is an immense opportunity that you guys aren't going to want to squander. If you know somebody that's skeptical, on the fence about crypto, send them this video. Show everybody that you possibly can this video. Make sure that we get it out there to the most amount of people as possible, because this is going to be a very big eye-opener based off of technicals. I'm not going to try and get all confusing with all the technicals, but I can share with you guys exact charts, and I can show you how previous charts have looked exactly the same as what we're seeing in right now in crypto, and how if you would have bought any of those prior charts back in history, you would be sitting on a financial fortune right now. And the great thing about cryptocurrency is the percent return on these investments is so much bigger than any of these previous market cycles. The ones in prior past when you would have made a lot of money, you're now making 10, 100x more on these sort of cryptocurrencies, which is why it's so important that we're diving into this right now. Now, what I want to talk about today real quick, before we jump into any of the exciting information, let's talk quickly about this here, because this is showing the halving. Guys, we are 7 days away from having this next halving, and we are getting so close to that. And if we look at prior cycles, every one of these black lines indicates a halving. Every time we have one of these, we have a massive parabolic run. At the time in which we had this halving, we ended up impulsing 8,400%. At the time of the last halving, we ended up impulsing 2,500%. And so this is a creation of a big catalyst for crypto. Now, if you would have just bought at these lower points, you would have made more, significantly more, which is why I've been so adamant that all buying throughout this dip is such a good opportunity. With us being so close to this halving, guys, we're going to see another big parabolic run like this very soon. And it's going to create a lot of millionaires, in my opinion. And we have a really good opportunity of really jumping in on this and capitalizing on this sort of investment before we bounce clear up beyond a $200,000 Bitcoin, because this is the way the cycles work. We have a bear market, we break up, start the uptrend, the halving takes place, and then we go into price discovery, and this is the real parabolic move. Same thing happens here. We have the bear market, we break out, start the uptrend, we have the halving, and then everything goes parabolic. We have literally started the exact same cycle over again, guys. There's no difference. This is why we need to get as many people out here as possible to know exactly what's coming into crypto, because this is a way that while all of people are struggling throughout the world, there might be people losing their jobs, there might be a lot of stress and panic, lack of food and resources. Cryptocurrency is a way that we can actually hedge against this failing system and make enough money to survive and make enough money to have limitless abundance. And this is, guys, this is what's coming to crypto right now. And I can't stress that enough. Now, let's actually dive in here and talk about some things. Basically, what we have today is we have the silver chart, and then we have Ethereum, and we also have XRP. I wanted to go over this today and talk to you guys exactly why I think that this is such an important chart, and why the two best performing altcoins in history, right behind Bitcoin, are following the exact same cycle that silver did. And I'll share with it to you guys really quick here before we jump into anything else. So if we take a look here, guys, we have the previous silver market cycle. Every single altcoin just about is following this exact cycle. And it makes sense because Bitcoin is the driver of value, gold was the driver of value for this market, the precious metals market, and we all know that silver just followed gold. And with that, because we're seeing this correlation, guys, silver and the cryptocurrency market for altcoins are following each other. Now, what happened was silver ended up peaking at about $42 per ounce, and then we had this big correction. We dropped about 90% back down, and we had this long, slow, sideways accumulation before we bottomed at about $4 per ounce, and we went all the way up to $49 per ounce. This was a huge return gain, about 8x, but the thing about cryptos, guys, is they're doing this exact same cycle, except you will make about 100x returns in this, which is just mind-blowing. So here we are, guys. We have the same chart. We have the silver chart. This is the same cycle. All we have is just, we don't have the big parabolic run, but we're going to compare how the best two performing cryptocurrencies besides Bitcoin actually are following this exact chart. So let's take a look first here, and let's take a look at Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is a really good cryptocurrency. It's the best performing cryptocurrency behind Bitcoin, and there's actually the most development taking place on Ethereum than any other blockchain out there. And the reason for that is because if you look at the top 100 market cap cryptocurrencies, so out of the top 100 cryptocurrencies out there by market cap, Ethereum has about 60% plus of those built on Ethereum itself. And so Ethereum is a big driver of value inside of this market. And what we saw here was almost the exact same market cycle. We saw a build-up period, and then this was right before the markets went super parabolic. We impulsed super hard, and this was the big euphoric rise. And then we followed the exact same cycle back down. And this is really interesting, guys, because we see the exact same similarities here. And that's why it makes me very confident in what we're seeing today inside of the cryptocurrency markets, because it's very important that we time these approximately right. It's very important that we time these right so that we can make the most amount of money in the process. And guys, the same thing happened in the last cycle of silver. Build up. We get the cycle high. We reject. Now we start chopping around here. We get the same sort of accumulation. We fall to one more low. We impulse, we get rejected here, and then we fall to the final low. And then this is really where silver went into that big parabolic run. And the cycles are almost identical, guys. It doesn't take a genius to see that, okay, these two market cycles are pretty correlated. Even though one of them wasn't quite as parabolic in that final impulse, the same choppy price action was true, and we can see that here. Now, let's get rid of Ethereum. And let's take a look at XRP, because XRP looks more identical to the silver cycle than any of the other altcoins out there. And we can see this as told by this chart right here. Now, if we take a look, we can see that we got the same build-up period. We got the same parabolic rise. In fact, they both seem to follow each other identically. These two were almost the exact same chart. And then we can see that we do the same thing. Lower highs, reject, lower lows. Lower highs, reject, lower lows, until finally we hit a bottom here. We impulse, we reject, hit this resistance. We fail to break any higher than this, and then we fall to our final lows. And guys, this is the exact same chart between XRP, between Ethereum, between silver. It's such an amazing pattern that we're seeing here. And the thing is, guys, this just shows what is coming for altcoins and cryptocurrencies. Because if we take a look at silver, this is what followed shortly after. We had a big parabolic run here. And this is what is going to happen shortly after with all of these altcoins out here. And the thing is, guys, for silver to go up this high, that was about an 8x return. And so you would have made a good amount of money. Okay, so it was actually a 10x return had you have bought the very bottom. So a 10x return, you put $100 in that, you then just turn that $100 into $1,000. You put $1,000 in that, you turn that $1,000 into $10,000. That's the type of profits that you would have made with silver. Now, the interesting thing about that here is the fact that by buying XRP today and holding just to the all-time high, that's a 16x return. And so what you would have made in silver this entire way up with a 10x return to this all-time high, and it actually peaked above that, just to the all-time high in XRP is a 16x return. And guys, do I need to show you what happened in the last cycle? Look how parabolic these things went. They went through their accumulation, and then when they go up so high, because this is such an undervalued technology. The exact same thing is going to happen up here. We're going to see the exact same sort of market cycle where we get a big impulse, and then we keep going up higher in this cycle, and you have the opportunity to make a lot of money, guys. I cannot stress that enough. That's why I'm so adamant about making these videos, is to share this awareness of how life-changing this can be for all of us, and how much it already is for me. We're seeing the exact same correlations here. There is going to be a big bull run. Everybody is doubting it right now. You're not hearing it on the news. You're not hearing your neighbor talk about it. You're not hearing anybody besides people like me that have been here for a while. What we're seeing here is a big financial opportunity, and we can see how it's already played out in gold. This chart right here, the black line is Bitcoin, and then the normal chart is gold. Gold went from $200 to $1,900 per ounce in this cycle, and we can see that Bitcoin is following that same trend. These are the exact same chart. We get the exact same patterns that are playing out here. We get a build-up period, we go parabolic and reject, and then we start the lows. We get rejected, the lows get rejected, kind of round out here. Same thing happens here. We reject here, then we fall to a big rounded bottom formation, which happens right here. It's the exact same pattern. And then we break off and start that next cycle. Now, obviously, Bitcoin didn't keep going up as high, but it doesn't change the fact that Bitcoin still has a lot more upside. And if we take a look at the NASDAQ, we can see this taking place. The same thing happened to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ had a 40-year trend line, meaning this thing made higher highs and bounced higher on this trend line for 40 years, guys. 40 years. That's insane. And then what happened was after the dot-com bubble, the internet bubble, we collapsed, We bounced off this trend line again, and then the 2008 financial crisis saw us actually sell through that. Guys, breaking through a 40-year trend line would have been the scariest thing that anybody's seen. Everybody would have been saying, okay, this is dead, it's going to new lows, there's no saving it. Only what happened was it sold through that 40-year trend line and then went more parabolic than before. And we can see the same thing happen with Bitcoin over the last cycle. Bitcoin went from about $200 to $20,000. You know, the bubble popped, we sold back down to this long-term trend line. We end up impulsing one more time, and then we sold through that trend line. Everybody was expecting this trend line to hold, and the fact that it didn't shook everybody out. Everybody was too scared to continue buying. They expected it to just collapse completely, only that's not the case, and that's not what happened. It's the exact same pattern that happened here in the NASDAQ. And we're doing it again, guys. And the NASDAQ went well beyond its all-time high. For Bitcoin to go up beyond its all-time high, right now you're scooping up Bitcoin for like $8,000, $8,800. You could be selling them for $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. And my opinion is we're going to see Bitcoin over $200,000. Because the way that this thing moves is very, very parabolic. And so, guys, everything that I shared with you is my reasons why everybody needs to be investing into cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, all of these markets. Because, you know, cryptocurrencies are commodities, and with that being said, the cryptocurrency markets are following the exact same market cycles that the gold, silver commodities did way back when. And that's why we have such a good opportunity here to make a lot of money in the process. You know, we've never seen markets that are this parabolic, where once we do go parabolic, you can make this type of money. Because, I mean, guys, what I expect in XRP long term, what I expect long-term in XRP is very similar to this big pump that we saw here back in 2017. And that's what we're going to see again. It doesn't have to be quite as parabolic as far as percent return goes, but it'll look pretty similar. And we'll see something, you know, like this. We'll get a big impulse, and then we'll be bursting off into new all-time highs again, just like the last cycle. If you would have just bought any time down in here, you would have made so much money. If you would have just bought right here and then held to the all-time high, you didn't even have to take profits, but if you would have just held, that was over 600x returns off of an investment of $100. You would have made $63,000 off of a $100 investment. That is the type of money that we're talking here with crypto. Everybody has $100. You spend $100 a month on the most pointless random crap. Probably food, probably fast food. I would bet people out there spend at least $100 a month on fast food, or close to that number. $50 to $100 could equal $63,000 if you would have just bought at some point at the low point of this cycle. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to get the exact same percent return this cycle around, but I really would not be the least bit surprised to see, you know, a $20, $30 XRP, which would be 130x returns. 130x, $100 would equal $13,000 profit. You waste $100 you waste $100 a month every single month. Every month. You could take that $100 and you could lose it, like every month, or you could take that $100 and put it towards your future and potentially make $13,000. That's the type of thing that we're dealing with here. That's why I've invested my entire life into these markets, is because, you know, $100 is decent, but imagine if I had 10 grand. $10,000 and 130x returns equals $1.3 million. A $10,000 investment could equal $1.3 million. There is a lot of people out there in the world that have at least that much money in their savings. I'm not sitting here saying to put all of your money in crypto, because that's not. I'm telling you guys the opportunity that is before us. I am taking this opportunity. What everybody else does with their money is their own set of rules. I am not a financial advisor, but what I can share with you is how much it's changed my life. And I can talk about these charts, and I can share with you guys the percent returns and what we're going to see. Because nobody talks about this stuff. You don't see people really explaining in depth this type of analysis. They don't look at the big picture as much. When they do, they're too stuck on focus on a bunch of little crap that doesn't matter, that they fail to realize what is taking shape right now. Guys, jump in on this, do some research, figure out what you can risk, and dive into it full force if you haven't already. But anyways, guys, this is the video I had for you. I want to talk about all this stuff. I got very passionate about this today because I've just seen a lot of people sharing FUD, sharing reasons why you shouldn't buy crypto, why it's a scam, why we're going to new lows, and I don't see it. I see this as a great opportunity. I see this as a good buy the dip opportunity. Any sort of correction that we get from here, I'm going to do my part by buying and averaging down into those positions. I've done exceptionally well since investing into crypto in 2016. I see the exact same cycles playing out once again here today in 2020, and I know that people watching my channel have a really good opportunity that I personally want to see everybody maximize. I know exactly how struggling it can be to not make enough money, to have to worry about how you're going to pay for your bills, how you're going to make enough money to afford to eat. I've been there in those situations, and I can say that without a doubt, cryptocurrency was the thing that helped me get out of that. I now have enough money that I don't have to worry about money anymore. I now have all of my resources taken care of. I can move anywhere in the world that I want to, and I can be fine and feel comfortable doing so. I can work from home as long as I want. I create my own hours, and it's all because of cryptocurrency, and I see the same opportunity playing out again, and I want you guys to capitalize on that. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. With all that being said, I'll catch you in the next video. Make sure that you guys check out the Discord server. Make sure that you guys ask me about the video course and signals. And with all that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. As always, peace out.